Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to do a mystery tackle box. That's right, mystery tackle box time. Pow, pow, pow! Hey, before we get going again with this, I want to do a few things. One, to some of my followers, I'm sorry that some of my videos are a little bit boring where I go on and on and on talking about a lose reel. I'm sorry, Mr. Parashow. And hey, if you get a chance, check out Real Bassin, Instagram. It's a company out of Ohio, and he's making, he's making plastics, and he's selling bladed jigs, the Sangamon slapper that I make. This isn't a slapper, but this is an example of my hammer. This is a 1/2 ounce double willow blade spinnerbait that I make. So blah, 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 blah. They're on my wife's website. So that's piperandarrows.com. piperandarrows.com. Hey, Mr. Tackle Box. This month's box has number one is the Guggen Squad Banger. Always happy to get anything that's from Guggen Squad. And right off the bat, we have the Banger. I'll make sure the lighting is just right. This one is a 2 to 5 foot deep one. It weighs about 3/8 of an ounce, and this comes in the sexy shad color. I'm gonna go on record as saying all of my hard baits and spinner baits from Guggen Squad, my favorites are always the sexy shad. In fact, on my own spinner baits, I'm going to start doing a sexy shad color. That's a color that my chatterbaits and my spinner baits will be good. The next thing, that Banger comes in at $7.99. Obviously, that's a price that I probably wouldn't pay in a store, but I like to collect as much as I can. I'm a member of Shot Carlos, so that's not a price that I pay and I won't pay, but I sure do like that Banger. $7.99 for the Banger. Next is the 10,000 fish. A lot of people complain when they get Carl stuff because everything's part of the Catch Co. It's Guggen, it's 10,000 Fish, it's Catch Co, it's Carl's Amazing Baits. Yes, they're all part of the same company. I understand that, and most tackle companies that are going to sell you a box a month do the same thing, and I'm not complaining about that. 10,000 Fish is also a company that's under the market of Catch Co. It says so right here. This is the Sakuchi Bug. This is an absolutely dynamite bait. It's elastic, kind of like a Z-Man, and you can Ned with it. You can put it as a trailer, or you can use it on a little Texas rig like you do with a crawl. There's a lot of things you can do this, but these catch fish. That's $5.29. Next is a Savage Gear 4D crawl. I don't know much about Savage. Savage Gear Americas.com. This is a hyper-realistic floating PVC construction scent-infused crayfish bait. I don't know with the lights if I can find that crayfish bait just right, but you got 5, and they look literally like a real crayfish. I don't know how that translates to fishing because I don't know how they're going to work. The tail is thick, so you can rig it again, Ned rig on the back of a jig, a trailer. Interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Those come in at $4.99. Next is the Catch Co Tightrope Baby Firework Super Jig. I will say this. I saw on one of the Uncharted's that I believe these are 2 guys that live in Chicago that are doing this in a collaboration with the Catch Co company. The idea of this is a heavy one that's small. I think this is really kind of the idea was to get these so that you could get deep quickly with a small profile, but also you could rig a worm on the back of it. Fishing in Chicago River, Lake Michigan, and digging out some smallmouth there. That comes in at $4.29. And the final thing we have today is the Spear Point Performance hooks. I don't know much about these. This is 3/0. It's a 2-pack. But if you see the hooks, they have a funny shape to them. The hook itself is like a regular hook. It looks like an extra wide gap that has a bend in it. So I don't know the science or the technology that goes behind it, but I like it. And finally, we have a Catchco sticker, tank crossing. Like it, I got stickers on everything. And the dibble, this week's dibble, Carl's morning routine. Don't really need to know that, but it's kind of humorous. And 6 tips for fishing tough conditions. Good idea to get that in February because it's cold and miserable and you just can't do that. 3 vertical jigging tips to get deep water bites. Good information. Always a good read. I kind of keep that near the toilet just in case I'm bored. So there we go. I'm always happy with the mystery tackle box because I'm getting stuff that I would not be out in stores buying, especially in February. You know, I don't know if technically this is the January box or the February box. I got it week into February, so there we go. Until next time, Sangamon out.